Yeah. So my point is, learning ability is not the indication of a person's personality or
Mm-hmm.
interest. Or learning ability is just like any other ability. That person have a better intelligence and some discipline, and they know how to write the examination. Maybe their reading comprehension skill is very good. Their
Mm-hmm.
mathematical skill is good. That is why
Mm-hmm.
they are getting marks.
Mm-hmm.
Many people, based on their learning ability, they will choose career. That is why they are very unhappy. I
Mm-hmm.
will take an example of Dr. Shashi Tharoor. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Shashi Tharoor, of course, he was a very good student. He got almost full marks in all the subjects. One day
Mm-hmm.
he was speaking like this, but he selected history from St. Stephen's College
Mm-hmm.
in graduation. Then his dad asked him what happened because all of your teachers are telling you are very good. Your maths is good, your science is good, and I also know that you are very good in science and maths. Then why did
Mm-hmm.
you choose history, not even economics?
Yeah, yeah.
That time Shashi Tharoor told an answer. That is the perfect answer for a career selection. He told that, Dad, I have the ability to study and I know how to write the examination and score marks.
Mm.
But immediately after the examination, I forget all the physics, chemistry, mathematics, and all I have learned. But whatever I learned in history and literature, it still remains, and I have an insatiable curiosity to
Mm-hmm.
know that more. That is why I selected history, and he created history, and still he is creating
Right,
history.
right,
This is
right.
this is the right way of choosing a career. Many
Mm-hmm.
people will misunderstand that if they get some mark, that is an indication of their interest. No,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mark is
Mm-hmm.
an indication of a person's learning ability.
Right.
See, again, I always advise students to follow the Ikigai. It's a Japanese system. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
Ikigai, the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
philosophy says you have to know what you love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to know whether you have the ability to do that.
Okay.
Because if I love to sing,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean that I have the ability to sing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got
So
it. Yeah, yeah.
then I'm going to be a disaster if I choose singing as my career. Okay. I have to
Okay.
know what I love to do. Then
Mm-hmm.
I have to know whether I have the ability to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I
Mm-hmm.
don't have, then you think what is next? What do you
Correct.
love and you have the ability?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
maybe I identified I can mentor people, I can teach people, I can counsel people, I can motivate people. Yeah, wow, that is good. Then you
Right.
think, how can you add some value to others with what you can do? Because when
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
every work should have some value addition to the society or
Mm-hmm.
to a particular individual. Some value addition has to happen. Then only we
Right.
can call it as a career.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
my career, if
Mm-hmm.
I am doing something that has to add some value to others, then
Mm-hmm.
it is a perfect career. There can be even a butcher can add value by
Right.
providing better meat to people. Okay, anybody
Mm-hmm.
can add value.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to identify what is the real value you are going
Mm-hmm.
to add to the people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then the next question is, how are you going to monetize it?
Okay.
Reasonably and legally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Obviously.
once you identify,
Mm-hmm.
then that can be called as a somewhat good career path. Okay,
Okay.
so you know what you love to do, you
Mm-hmm.
know whether you have the ability to do that, and you
Mm-hmm.
know how are you going to add some value to people or the society.
Mm-hmm.
Then you know how to monetize it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Monetizing means it is a win-win situation.
Right.
Both the parties should be happy. I should be happy about what I am getting, and the other person, the receiver, should be happy about what I am giving. What
Right.
he is. So then only that there is a good karma, because there is no karma balance in that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you are providing what is good for him, and everything is reasonable. I am happy, you are happy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that is the way one has to live. But
Right.
again, this is so difficult to identify that one career path because
Right.
human beings have infinite potential, and sometimes if they identify something, I can tell you an example. One day, uh, we have been giving a lot of interview training and
Mm-hmm.
other aptitude training for the IIM colleges, and we have
Wow.
been
Mm-hmm.
running a career, running a CAT training institute in Chennai.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
time, one of the student who got a call from IIM Ahmedabad, and
Mm-hmm.
our team identified that he is good for finance.
I see.
Okay, so because all his personality, his interest, his aptitude,
Mm-hmm.
and he really want to be a finance guy, a
I
financial
see.
analyst. So we
Mm-hmm.
selected to take finance as your major, and you are going to excel in that.
Mm-hmm.
Then he joined the college.
Mm-hmm.
A second year, he instead of finance, he took branding
I
because
see.
the professor was so good.
Wow. Okay.
The branding professor, he was from no, Carnegie Mellon, and
Okay. Mm-hmm.
he got a 4 out of 5 best outgoing student award from the campus. The
Mm-hmm.
fifth one was for the girls that he didn't get. That's the
Mm-hmm.
kind of a person teaching brand, and
Mm-hmm.
his influence was so good.
I
And
see.
this guy happily took
Mm-hmm.
branding. So these two examples, okay, one Shashi Tharoor identified that okay, he is not sticking on one single career. We
Mm-hmm.
cannot
Right.
see. I took his example deliberately. We
Mm-hmm.
cannot call Tharoor a politician. He is a
Right.
writer. He's a
Right.
orator. He's a writer. He's a statesman. He's an
Mm-hmm.
administrator.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he was proving us that he can do a lot of a human being can do a lot of things. You
Absolutely.
understand that? The only thing is you should have certain discipline. You should have some goal orientation. We don't know what exile is leading us.
Mm-hmm.
I think then I have to go spiritual. Every human being is blessed with something. So that
Right.
blessed is very important. Even if
Right.
you're an atheist,
Mm-hmm.
you have to you have to accept that you are not blessed. You are lucky at least. And
Mm-hmm.
either you
Mm-hmm.
can take it as a blessing or you can take it as a luck.
Or
Because every
coincidence. That's another word I
point,
hear.
whatever
Yeah.
it is,
Yeah.
maybe the natural selection. You are a
Right.
good natural selection.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so all the faculties, your body and mind is good.
Right.
Then, of course, a human being is developed in two ways. One,
Mm-hmm.
his nature and then nurture.
Mm-hmm.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course, we are from the nature and we go back to nature. That
Right.
is why we used to say that, okay, his nature is good and his nature is bad, or her
Mm.
nature is good. But
Mm.
we are from the nature, okay, we have a
Exactly.
nature.
Mm-hmm.
Then you are nurtured, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, as a career advisor, I always give an advice, okay, maybe if you don't have something which is coming from the heart, then you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to go behind it because someone
Got
else
it.
is doing.
Yeah.
Maybe see, take the example of writing a poetry, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even if I try hard, I cannot write a better poetry like Govindu Guru or
Yeah.
Keats because it
Yeah.
has to come from the heart.
Right. Right. Right.
So
Right.
even
Right.
even if I am spending,
Mm-hmm.
many days to write a poem, may
Mm.
not be possible. Maybe
Correct. Correct.
singing I can learn a little bit, but I cannot sing like Yashodas or Chitra.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
even if we have our one day MG Sharma was telling the vocal cord of the human beings are same, but the
Mm.
Sangati is coming out from these extremely different. And I am worried about, I'm wondered about what is happening exactly. Okay, so this is,
Correct. Correct.
so, so, I always try to understand a person scientifically,
Mm-hmm.
psychologically, and spiritually. Spiritually, maybe he is blessed with something and we have to
Mm-hmm.
identify what it is. Then, um, see, the thing is, even if you have a lot of ideas, even if you have a lot of intelligence, knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
money, power, an excellent market to do anything,
Mm-hmm.
you won't do anything if you don't have achievement motivation. That is
Wow.
another
Yeah.
psychological thing. You understand
Mm-hmm.
that? Because,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
may be living in California with a green card, with all the blessings around,
Mm-hmm.
with a supermarket to play with, and the friends to help. Everything is there. But what happens if you lack achievement motivation and you somehow feel that I'm content, I don't want to do anything?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me sit and meditate. Okay, so it's all about your attitude. It's all about your
Right.
attitude.
Right.
So
Right.
attitude and achievement motivation,
Mm-hmm.
that is all I call that maybe the divine content that we know. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Some people, it is not the skill alone. It is not the talent alone. It
Mm-hmm.
is a person's achievement motivation. Achievement motivation is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Achievement motivation and growth mindset
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
create an individual. Okay, so I used to say the example of M.A. Yusufali all the time when I take sessions.
Mm-hmm.
See, if we started training, if we start a shop, we
Mm-hmm.
may be thinking about starting another supermarket in some
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
thinking like we have to start something bigger than Walmart.
Correct.
Maybe
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
that growth mindset actually made him, and the growth
Mm-hmm.
mindset, emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Human beings are miracles, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
usually, I call my training sessions
Mm-hmm.
meta-human. Meta-human is the name I give to my training sessions.
I see.
You know why
Okay.
I'm giving that name? Because meta-human is, I strongly believe that a human being can go beyond his capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond in the sense, if you tap the unleashed potential, then just imagine if you are hitting a gym on every day.
Mm-hmm.
on a regular basis, you
Mm-hmm.
are going to change your body, right? You're going to
Absolutely.
change your
Yes.
body like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, if you're training yourself,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you're training yourself to some art,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a great trainer,
Mm.
you're
Train
getting a lot of
yourself.
training, you train
Mm.
yourself,
Mm.
then your potential is unlimited. Your potential is
Absolutely.
unlimited. Okay,
Absolutely.
so that is why I call it meta-human. One, we are going to live in a metaverse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Second, the meta-human is a beyond human. I
Mm-hmm.
think the Lord Shiva as a concept is a
Mm-hmm.
meta. As a
I see.
concept, is meta.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he traveled 108 ways of living. When he
Mm-hmm.
is a lover, he's the most beautiful lover. When he is
Mm-hmm.
a fighter, he is the most ferocious fighter. When
Mm-hmm.
he is a meditator, he is a very good meditator. I don't know whether a Shiva exists or not, but the concept is beautiful because
Concept. Yeah.
a
Exactly.
human being can
Mm-hmm.
go beyond his limits if he trains himself, because
Mm-hmm.
we are sure that this is the most sophisticated computer the world have ever designed,
Right.
because
Right.
yeah,
Right.
your
Right.
capacity is unlimited. Okay.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know whether I am speaking to the same direction of what you really want to hear.
No,
You
no,
can.
yes, you are. I think I was just taking a mental map of what you just told, right? If I kind of abstract what you just told, the core element which I got from that conversation was one is the value. One should identify the value that, and that's something I also kind of learned very recently. Like, as a soul, we all are same, but as a person, the value that you bring in the marketplace, that
Mm,
actually differentiates you. So the first thing is the value. Second thing I think you touched upon very, very elegantly was the attitude, and you told the achievement aspiration is what you told, which is basically an attitude, right? So my follow-up question on that would be, uh, how can somebody really, and I think you have told very nicely couple of examples, right? Like, I may feel to sing, I may love to sing, but I may not be having that skill to sing, right? So how can somebody know that this is the value that I can bring in into the market and I will be enjoying that? And how can somebody really kind of test the water to understand, okay, this is the value that I can bring, which actually brings all those monetization and other stuff which you actually mentioned. That is one question. And the second question is similarly on the aptitude or not aptitude, attitude side. Is this attitude something a person can build? And final question would be: is there a system in place which somebody can actually follow? Maybe whatever you are actually providing as a coaching as such, right? Is there any system that is actually available currently in the marketplace for somebody to build and understand the value as well as build their attitude as well?
see, first and foremost, you should have an attitude, a positive attitude towards doing something.
Mm-hmm.
There is a beginning. Okay, so you ask that question, the answer is there itself.
Mm-hmm.
Now you arrange this meeting because you're curious about something.
Right.
We are not expecting that all the human beings will add some value to the society. I
Mm-hmm.
think, like the Pareto theory says, 80% of the people are very serious about themselves and the world, and that is why there is some changes in this world. We cannot expect that all the 20% of the people, not 80%.
20%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 20%. Yeah.
80% of the people, they don't even come to this kind of a conversation, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
they want to struggle and live, and there is a way they
Yeah.
live, and I don't
Yeah.
know whether we can change them or not. But if
Mm-hmm.
they really want to do something, then
Mm-hmm.
they will find out ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's why,
Okay.
so you have to search, then you find out, like
Okay.
Bible says, and they will definitely find out.
Mm-hmm.
System, of course, training is the only way out. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you felt that,
Mm-hmm.
product management is something very important, you get trained in product management,
Yeah.
and you reach US, and now you feel that you are good, you are doing good. Okay, so you identify the training identification by oneself is the most important thing.
I see.
Where I have to get a consulting from others. See, a
Mm-hmm.
professional consultation can definitely change a human being.
Absolutely.
There is no
Absolutely.
doubt about it. There is no
Yes.
doubt about it.
Yes. Yes.
That is
Yes.
why there is a lot of importance for personal mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
Personal
Mm-hmm.
mentoring means the mentor need not to be the smartest person on this earth. If somebody
Mm-hmm.
is there to follow you up, whether
Yep.
you are doing it, you're answerable to somebody itself will change you, because
Mm-hmm.
maybe the mentee is much more smarter than the mentor, but
Mm-hmm.
still a mentor can add a lot of value to the mentee, because the mentee is responsible to report to the mentor. and he is
Right.
giving some kind of respect to that. So this mentor-mentee system will
Mm-hmm.
definitely help a person to grow. See,
Mm-hmm.
anybody with a growth mindset will try to find out meetings like this, and they will read, they will listen, they will try to meet people, get their opinion, and then they listen on the opinion. Then they will do their own Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. That is why the Indian
Mm-hmm.
philosophy says they will listen, they will interpret, then they will come to inference, and this will happen in the
Right. Right.
this
Right.
unfortunately this kind of a system we have to give to the majority. Then the world is going to be a much better place.
Awesome.
No,
Awesome.
I,
Awesome.
I I
Okay.
used to say that you have to know why Nobel prizes are given to four areas. One, uh, peace.
Peace.
Peace is very important for this world. Now we realize that peace is the most important because
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially now.
yeah, especially now. Okay, so
Yeah.
peace is very important. Then we have to know that why literature is very important, because
Mm-hmm.
literature can build minds. You
Right.
understand? Build minds.
Right.
It is We should have well-formed minds than well-informed minds. That is very
Wow.
important. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
information is important. This is not my dialogue. This is Shashi Tharoor's dialogue. Okay,
Okay.
I have got it from him. He used to say that we need well-formed minds
Uh-huh.
before having
Informed.
information is important, but before that you should be
Yeah.
well-formed, so that
Yeah. Yeah.
the culture and civilization will come through better literature only. That is why Nobel
Mm-hmm.
is given to literature. Then,
Mm-hmm.
of course, science is most important for the human development. And that is why they
Mm-hmm.
are given pure science, physics, chemistry, and
Mm-hmm.
biological science, and health science.
Mm-hmm.
Then economics, finance is very important. So,
Right.
you see, these four things are very important for every human being to learn. They have to know how the science is working.
Mm-hmm.
They have to know the importance of being peaceful. They
Mm-hmm.
have to know the importance of reading something good, and
Mm-hmm.
they have to know, managing the finances very well. One
Mm-hmm.
day I was reading Obama, and he
Mm-hmm.
rightly said that an administrator's, most important responsibility to ensure that the air is pure, the water is good, and
Mm-hmm.
food is good,
Mm-hmm.
and the environment is good. And when the people retire, they have
Mm-hmm.
to retire with some dignity.
Yeah.
And it is so simple and profound. Everything is
Right.
there. As
Yeah.
an
Right.
administrator, we have to ensure only this much:
Correct.
good
Correct.
air, good
Mm-hmm.
water, good food,
Good.
and retire with dignity.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
understand?
Right.
So
Yes.
that is something we have to ensure.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is possible only through a lot of being an Indian from India. I strongly believe that India needs a lot of
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
teachers training, because
Mm.
India is land for 70 crore Gen Z population.
Mm. Yeah. That's a big one coming.
India,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
India is home for 20% of the world population.
Mm-hmm.
When India have only 2.4% of the world geography,
Mm-hmm.
and we are home for 20% of the population. That is why when somebody is saying that okay, Indian kids are moving away from India, I'm so happy. It is a natural thing to happen, because we cannot hold all of them here, because
Yeah.
world needs people, and India is the great producer of young
Right.
generation.
Right. Right.
So what I think is, um, the current system of education is not suitable to
Mm-hmm.
teach this Gen Z population and their aspirations, because the old teachers, there is a saying that India's average age is 28,
Okay.
whereas India's parliament average age is 54.
Okay.
The very old
That's a big
people are
contrast.
this
Yeah.
contrast. This contrast is evident, visible in everywhere.
Yeah.
Because these people are creating policies for the young generation. These
Right.
people are creating, and they don't know. They really don't. They think that the old system of education will help.
Mm.
No, see, in India, in Kerala, now the scenario is
Mm-hmm.
the pure science, BSc courses, nobody is joining.
I see.
And kids started rejecting the education, and
Mm-hmm.
still the authorities are not understanding what actually is happening.
Still, they are
So
having BSs. Yeah. Yeah.
they're having BScs, and they're trying to become professors. And
Mm-hmm.
the problem is, you're asking how can we give this kind of an idea to the majorities,
Mm-hmm.
possible only through teachers.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
They are the
teaching
people
should be,
connecting. Yeah.
yeah, I think teaching should be the most reputed and the highly prized profession in any
Oh, yeah.
society,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
have to bring the real thinkers and game changers in education. That's the
Got it.
only way it is possible. I think the environment and personality are two important things. And
Hmm.
personality, any kind of personality can be developed a lot with the right environment. So it's a
Hmm.
very big question. We have to create an environment of scientific, logical, factual thinking and learning. You
Awesome.
have to,
Awesome.
yeah, you have to, you have to give something here, so that you have to harvest something here. You have to
Mhm.
plant something here, right? That is very important. That is missing. Now
Okay.
also there is a lot of religious education, all the blah 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 nonsense, and we are appeasing all the religious groups and doing
Mhm.
lot of nonsense around, and people
Mhm.
like us are silently angry.
I
We
see.
cannot be openly angry, because then we will be in trouble.
Yeah, they'll
Okay,
be trouble. Right.
we'll be in trouble. We are silently angry that what is happening around. So
Yeah.
your question was, how can we, whether there is a system?
Hmm.
Yes, the only system is professional consultation and
Hmm.
training. There's no other.
Awesome. Okay. So one last question. I think we are almost at the hour. One last question. If somebody want to reach out to you, sir, for any of this guidance, for somebody who's actually listening to this, or whichever content I produce, how can somebody reach out to you? Is there any website or anything that people can reach out to
So
you?
I think if somebody Google search Paveen SK, they will find me. Paveen
Okay.
SK, and I can
Okay.
give my number also. And I'm
Okay.
happy to give my number. My number is also open there. Okay,
Okay.
so 902005750.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
So
Praveen SK, anybody can Google search and find me out.
got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. So it was very, 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 very insightful, and I don't want to stop this conversation, but unfortunately, I am up the time, and of the area I am very, very, very passionate about is teaching. Right? How can how can I, with whatever knowledge I have acquired over a period of 18 plus years, how can I provide it back to this people, the society, and then they also kind of help. And I think the picking the right job and right career, that because one third of our day is actually spent in our minimum one third, it's always more than that. So picking a right career is something very, very important, I feel, for everybody out there. And once again, as I mentioned earlier to you, the kind of thing that you are actually doing and all people like you are doing, I think that needs real appreciation. And I would really, really thank for you. I'll be connected with you, and whenever I have something to share with you, I'm going to share with you through WhatsApp or whichever medium possible. Yeah. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I also enjoyed a lot, and you're always happy to come back, and I'm ready to help for
Yeah.
whatever I know.
Sure,
Okay,
sir. Sure, sir.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you.